Good afternoon. Right, here we are in Newcastle. I've just been watching Rick Deutsch's excellent YouTube video on Nordic walking. So I think I've got my strategy right, and I've got my Covacure poles here, and I'm going to walk into Newcastle and test them out, so about 6 miles. Okay, I'll get back to you with progress. Right, I'll just give you an update. I'm still heading towards the actual town door. So I've followed Mr. Deutsch's advice, and he says start marching, left foot forward and shake hands as if your right hand out, and then that gets you into the stride. So it's left foot right forward, right hand forward, and then actually I find I quite easily slip into the mistake of right foot forward and right hand forward. But so far it's nicer walking on grass because you don't get the noise of the poles rattling on the ground, you know, when you're on hard surfaces. And also it tends to draw attention to yourself and people look at you a little strangely. But I'll soon get used to that. So far so good. I've got them adjusted to the lowest height because I'm like 5'7" and I've got sort of kind of little legs. so I need to have them on the lowest. I think until I get used to the style, maybe I'll adjust them higher. I don't know. But yeah, they're quite firm, solid, not too noisy. There's no wobble as people suggested with telescopic poles, but they're pretty sturdy. Really nice hand grip, and I've found out how to use how to tighten the straps now, so that's good. So I'll proceed a bit further now, and bye for the moment. Okay, I reached Newcastle's famous town moor, which is I think it's about, I can't remember how many hectares it is, but it's a huge bit of common land that separates my suburb from the city of Newcastle. And I think it's about 2 miles across there, I'm not sure, but I'm using Strava. So there we are. So I'm going to Nordic walk across the town moor with my poles. And I think I've got into the stride okay now and everything working well. I do think that the stoppers would benefit from being shaped a bit at the bottom for on concrete and tarmac, but I'll suggest that to Covacure as maybe an update. Okay, just like that. And maybe walking past as well. Thanks, I know probably I look a bit strange. Is that okay?
It's great.
Thanks very much. Okay, I reached the end of the town moor path now and just be heading into Newcastle for a coffee now. Poles behaving very well. I've taken off the rubber grommets just for the last stage to try it out on grass, but and it works very well on grass with just the metal pins, but of course the town moor is very tussocky grass with lots of potholes, so it would be work much better in a park sort of environment. But yeah, very good. They're not rattling at all, and very stable. Look very nice, you know, on the satin aluminium, very nice. And I'm quite happy to use them. And I don't feel very self-conscious now. I might do when I walk into the town, but Not really nice. That's interesting. I'm coming into Exhibition Park to try the poles on a mown grass. I had to go right down this very steep underpass, and the poles become like trekking poles. You just alter your walk, and very good on the knees, very supportive of the knees, and easy to get up high slopes, because I would normally be struggling coming up here, but with the poles it made it a lot easier. So that was just interesting. Okay, I've decided to terminate the trial now and finish a little early, because as you can see it's gone very misty, and there's like a fine, and cold, and there's a fine drizzle coming down. But no, it's been very successful, and I think I'm a convert now to Nordic walking. It gives you great support when you're walking. It encourages you to get into a good march, which must be good for fitness and aerobics, and you get a good turn of speed as well, which is good. I've never been a very keen walker, but I'm enjoying this, and it seems to support the ankles as well, and even though you're more or less dragging the skis, the poles, I'm sorry. And as I found going down that tunnel, you know, they work well as trail poles as well. So if you're climbing up hills or mountains or something where you would use the normal trail poles, that they're perfect. Hand grips are really comfortable, and the straps are easy to use. And as I said, you know, maybe shape stoppers would be good for flagstones and tarmac. You know, the buffers at the bottom, slightly shaped at a skewed angle, would be good, or you could shape those ones yourself. That's the only modification I could think of. Okay, so that's it. Bye.